2027 Corvette pricing just dropped, and honestly, I wasn't expecting this. GM came in way more reasonable than most of us had predicted on the core lineup, but then they turned around and absolutely hammered buyers at the top. So let's break down every trim, what changed, and who's actually getting a deal here. Because some of you are going to be very happy, and some of you aren't going to be that happy. Starting with the Stingray, and this was the first surprise, the 27 Stingray is getting a brand new LS6 engine, up from 495 horsepower to 535 horsepower, and torque jumps from 470 to 520. That's pretty meaningful. It's a meaningful upgrade. So naturally, everyone expected a meaningful price increase to go with it. Well, that didn't happen. We're talking $1,000 bump. $73,495 to start, essentially flat. That's GM being smart. They needed to keep enough separation between the Stingray and the new Grand Sport, and they did a good job of that. Now, regarding the Grand Sport, there were predictions floating around that GM would push the Grand Sport near or above six figures. Honestly, I thought the same thing, but they didn't. 27 Grand Sport starts at $88,495, convertible at $95,495. That's roughly 15 grand above the Stingray, but over 32,000 below the Z06. So the gap is almost perfectly placed. You're getting a serious performance and styling setup without being forced into that Z06 money. Now, regarding the Grand Sport X, the coupe starts at 112 and the convertible at 121. Now, here's why that number matters. The outgoing E-Ray coupe started at 111. The Grand Sport X is slotted almost exactly where the E-Ray lived. That's not a coincidence. GM confirmed what a lot of us had suspected. Grand Sport X is the E-Ray's replacement in everything but name. If this car performs anywhere close to what we're expecting, the Grand Sport might end up being the best buying decision in the entire C8 lineup. For the Z06, another flat year. Huge win for buyers. The 26 Z06 started at 120, the 27 starts at 121, barely moves. Given inflation, market demand, and what this car is capable of, keeping Z06 pricing essentially flat is a pretty good look for GM. And then off to the ZR1, and this is where GM lost me a little. The 26 ZR1 starts at 184 and jumps to 197. That's about a $13,000 increase, and the ZR1X goes from 209 to 227. A $17,000 increase. Fully optimized ZR1X builds are now pushing past 300 grand. We are in exotic territory now. I get it. The demand is insane and GM is going to monetize on that. That's business. But ZR1 and ZR1X were already priced as high as they needed to be. You could already build a ZR1X to almost 300 grand. Now it's going to blow past that easily. To me, they went a little bit too far on both those cars. So when it's all said and done, the 2027 Corvette pricing is generally better than most of us expected, with one glaring exception at the top. Stingray buyers win, Grand Sport buyers win, Grand Sport X buyers win, Z06 buyers win, ZR1 and ZR1X buyers got hit hard. Now, I want to know, did GM go too far on the ZR1 and ZR1X? Are any of you pulling the trigger on the Grand Sport? Tell me what you think.